Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. With over 70% of the world's surface covered in water, it's no surprise that there are some impressive lakes out there. The world's deepest plunges over 5,300 feet, 1,640 m, into the Earth's core, while the longest is almost 420 miles, 673 km, from tip to tip. But alongside these are hundreds of vast bodies of water that, while not the biggest or best, are still larger than some nations across the globe. Watch the video to find out which lakes are bigger than the likes of Germany, Italy, the UK, and New Zealand. Number 1. Lake Urmia, Iran. Located in northwest Iran and formerly one of the biggest saltwater lakes in the world, Urmia has an intriguing tale. At its largest, the lake measured around 2,317 square miles, 6,001 sq.km, but its size has fluctuated over the years. Partly due to climate change and devastating drought, and partly due to water harvesting for crops, Urmia shrank dramatically after the turn of the millennium. At one point, it was as low as 5% of its original volume. In 2021, it measured around 1,080 square miles, to 800 sq.km, around half its original size, but still bigger than nations like Barbados, Singapore, and Mauritius. Lake Urmia was once Iran's premier tourist destination, with hotels and beaches drawing domestic and international visitors for decades before its decline. Today, these hotels are largely abandoned, and piers and pontoons are stranded in the surrounding desert. It's an eerily impressive sight, though, especially thanks to the red algae that has bloomed here and gives the water a pinkish hue. Number 2. Lake Taymyr, Russia. This one, 760 square mile for 560 sq.km, lake sits on a peninsula in the far reaches of Russia's north and is bigger than the likes of St. Lucia, Bahrain, and Singapore. This Arctic landscape is a permafrost zone, and the lake's surface remains frozen for much of the year, only defrosting in July and August. There are 20 islands within the lake, and its waters contain plenty of fish, from salmon to perch. This incredibly remote region is tricky to reach, with no road access. Come by boat and land on the western side of the peninsula, or fly in from Moscow to Norilsk, and you'll find yourself in reindeer country, where nomadic herders travel across the tundra with up to 1 million of the animals. On the coast, you'll see walruses, often preyed upon by polar bears who thrive in this isolated region. Inspired, you'll need to be prepared for a nearly 2-month application process to get temporary access to this protected landscape. Number 3. Lake Nicaragua, Nicaragua Ometepe, is the most popular island to visit on Lake Nicaragua, which is characterized by 2 striking conical volcanoes. Come here to visit waterfalls, hike up the slopes of the volcanoes for spectacular views, or see ancient petroglyphs carved into basalt boulders. At the lake's northern tip lies the city of Granada, a place of pastel-colored houses and towering churches. The city is one of the longest inhabited in Central America, with a history dating back to the 1500s. Probably one of the most famous bodies of water, Lake Titicaca is one of the highest in the world, as well as one of the largest. It sprawls across 3,200 square miles, 8,300 sq.km, and sits across the border between Peru and Bolivia. If you were to put Samoa, Luxembourg, and Mauritius side by side, this lake would still be bigger. Split by a narrow strait, the Tiquina, it has 2 bodies of water, each with local names. The smallest is Lake Huaymaca, Bolivian, or Lake Pequeño, Peruvian, and the largest is Lake Chucuito, Bolivian, or Lake Grande, Peruvian. That was an incredible journey across some of the planet's most impressive lakes, wasn't it? From the crystal clear waters of the Caspian Sea to the ancient depths of Lake Baikal, these giants hold stories and wonders beyond our imagination. Remember, there's always more to explore, both on our planet and on this channel. So if you enjoyed this adventure, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more amazing geographical dives. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.